So, before we get into like the final kind of main section or like the fun section of the podcast, I always kind of like to open things up. So obviously, like you do environment and stuff. Is there anything that so obviously when it comes to the podcast, one thing I like to kind of talk about is like resources, etc. and things to kind of help artists. So I
Mm.
know obviously like you've done obviously like lots of different types of art, etc. when it comes to your environment. Is there anything that's other resources that you like to use when it comes to or recommend?
Yeah, definitely go and check out Experience Points because yeah, the articles that are coming out are yeah not to be missed.
Perfect.
As well, 80 level, which I know everyone mentions, and in a way, Experience Points is similar to 80 level, but it's purely environment art focused,
Yeah.
so you won't have to trawl through things like 80 level to try and find the content you're looking for if you're into environments. That is,
hmm
um, I'd say ArtStation people post tutorials every now and then. If you even if you just search for tutorial in the search bar, you can find some free tutorials, or even on the marketplace, there's a lot of great content. Things like Gumroad as well. I know a lot of
hmm
people post their Gumroad work on ArtStation too. Like
Yeah.
they'll have a little Gumroad logo in the bottom corner of their thumbnail, which normally lead you to their tutorials. Um, ArtStation Learning definitely as well. If you've got an
Okay. Right. Okay.
ArtStation Pro or Plus membership, you get access to ArtStation Learning.
I did not know this. Right. Can you dive into that? That'd be really cool to
Yeah,
hear.
sure. So I think it launched about 2 or 3 months ago. I might be wrong, but it's very recent anyway.
Yep.
And essentially, I think it's almost in a way like any other kind of tutorial subscription you would pay for, like maybe like Noman or something like that, where they have industry artists who create series of tutorials and it's constantly being updated, so there's constantly new materials coming not materials new videos coming out
hmm
every week. And yeah, it's just really great stuff there, and for the value for money as well is just incredible. you
Yep.
can you can get an ArtStation Pro or Plus membership and it will get you access to a whole library of
Perfect.
content.
No, yeah,
And as
that's
well,
great.
I mean, if you have Pro as well, you get some other perks too.
Okay.
But I know that for students, Plus is probably a better option just because it's more affordable
hmm
and you still get access to all of the content for ArtStation Learning, which for the price it is just yeah.
It's really rewarding.
It's value for money is just incredible. I mean, if you haven't got it, I would definitely recommend now just go and get it.
Yeah, because the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because so I was talking to Alex the other day, and I was saying to Alex, so I've heard of ArtStation Pro, but I've never heard of ArtStation Plus, and
Yeah, yeah.
that was the thing with me because when I first heard of ArtStation Pro, I was trying to figure out. I know it's only five. Is it £5, £6? I think it's six
I think
pounds.
I think it's changed now because there was a point where they were saying they were going to up the price, but if you bought it at that point in time, it would stay at that price for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it has gone up a bit now. So at the moment, it's I think about £10 a month for Pro, but I think if you pay annually, or you used to be able to pay annually anyway, it worked out a little bit cheaper.
Am I correct in saying that because the one thing I remember it might have changed because I understood that ArtStation did like a whole kind of revamp with like the whole kind of liking system. Did does it help with exposure or it shows it to more people or something?
So basically, they got rid of. I wouldn't say they did a revamp, but they got rid of. If you go onto your profile,
Mm-hmm.
there used to be like a like counter and a follower count,
Yeah,
and yeah, I think rightly so they removed them,
definitely.
which is yeah, I think it's really great that they did that.
Yeah, I
But
thought it was really really awesome idea.
because it did become a bit of like a like a bad thing, I think.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
like a
Um,
bad trend kind of vibe to be honest.
yeah, like people looking at follower counts and like counts and not actually the artwork.
Exactly.
Basically, the difference between Pro and Plus, because they never used to be Plus, it used to just be normal or Pro,
Mm-hmm.
and the only difference is between Plus and Pro is that with Pro, when say if you search in the search bar for something, people with the Pro membership, their work will appear at the top of the searches.
Ah,
So
right,
it
okay.
does help you with exposure. Yeah.
Right, okay, awesome.
So
Like,
yeah, I'd say if you're looking to get more exposure, definitely go for Pro.
mm-hmm.
But other than that, Plus is perfectly fine.
Just as good. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean there are a few other benefits, but they're
mm-hmm.
not. They're more to do with um, things like the marketplace or having a custom website and things like that.
Okay. No, that's perfect. Thank you so much for doing that, because that's one thing I've never even thought about diving into. So thanks for bringing that in. That's
Yeah,
awesome
no
to hear,
worries.
because obviously, like, literally everyone talks about ArtStation and like the rookies' websites and stuff, and like for their portfolios, etc. And when it comes to like things like that, it goes such a long way, because you never know what to expect. Like you said there, and it was something that I remember seeing before, is that if that has the chance to get more exposure for your artwork, then that's going to go a long way, because you never know, like it could like just, obviously it's going to help you anyway, and like it could get you a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of. I mean, at the time, the Pro was the only option. There
Mm-hmm.
was no Plus, but it definitely helps.
Because I myself, I don't have any of them. Like I've just it was never something that really occurred to me that I felt that I needed to get. But maybe in the future I might actually start getting more involved into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you have to look at, I guess, because if if you want to watch tutorials and if you want to get more exposure, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But then at
Perfect.
the same time, if you decide, oh, I don't really need that, or I don't really watch that many videos or tutorials, and maybe £10 a month is too much for what I want to spend, then you can always spend it on different tutorials, maybe on Gumroad or
Yeah.
somewhere else. I don't know, or even on the marketplace on ArtStation.
Well, oh, dude, you just opened up. Instantly, you said that word. It's just everything's just went boom. Perfect. So, when it came to like, because I remember you said Gumroad earlier. So this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
and then you said that about the marketplace. So, and then obviously like everyone's like craving about. I'm trying to think. What is it? I think it's been 2 months now. When did Epic Games make the massive free launch for like
oh,
the scans and
Pixel.
stuff? Was
That
it
was
2 months
probably
ago?
about 2 months, 3 months, maybe. Yeah,
Because like is like there's so many, like, the reason why I bring this up is because like there's so many things that once again, the famous word that a lot of people like, free.
yeah.
People can't
Can't
deny
get them free.
it. Nothing beats it. But it's like there's like you when you said there about was it Gumroad? I almost keep forgetting the word.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, so I came across do you know Lincoln Hughes?
yeah. Lincoln, yeah,
So Lincoln, obviously he has his Gumroad for his like everyone who's tuning in. Make sure to check out Lincoln's his rock stuff. He's and it's also his YouTube channel as well. A shout out to
yeah.
Lincoln.
He's actually, yeah. His article's just come out on Experience Points recently.
All
Actually,
right,
he's
okay. Oh, sick.
about his master materials and rocks and things like that.
I didn't know. I'll have to check
It's
out.
mostly about, yeah, his master material workflow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
interesting stuff.
Because like that's the thing.
Very
Cause
technical.
dude, like that guy is like, he knows so much. It's unbelievable. And then
Yeah, even as I was editing it, I was reading through it like wow, I'm mind blown.
well, he's a director for a reason.
Of course.
It makes so much sense. Like when I was talking to him in the podcast, it was like it was so cool, because it's like I was just like, whoa, there was so much going on. But like the reason why I wanted to bring him up, because Gumroad and like I don't think a lot of people still realize how much free stuff's on there. Like I'm a like I can't deny, like I love a good free matte cap. For like everyone who loves ZBrush, like I'm hunting matte caps like crazy, and like there's so many great free matte caps, and then also like brushes. Everyone always talks about the Orbs brush, etc. So when it comes to ZBrush, highly recommend check out Orbs and stuff when it comes to that kind of stuff. But is there any kind of just out of the ordinary? But is there any kind of free resources that you've came across,
Ooh,
or that
I'm
you've maybe you've just like you've utilized?
trying to think of free ones. Because it's weird now, because I have ArtStation Pro, I almost automatically assume that everyone can watch the ArtStation Learning videos, because
Yeah,
it's almost like they're free, but I'm technically paying for them.
of course,
But
yeah.
um,
Like if there's not, it's not a problem at all. Like
Can't think of any free ones I've picked up recently.
that's perfect. That's not a problem at all, dude. Because at the end of the day, like when it comes to obviously resources, everyone's always trying to work figure out. Like I can't deny. Like that's why I said it's super. Well, going back to
I
your
mean,
point earlier about investing. Like investing is super important.
yeah, definitely invest some. Yeah, invest in yourself is really important.
Mm-hmm. Like, well, that's the thing as well. Like I understand that obviously you have to be smart with your money, but would you say like if you had to go back into uni, would you say you should have invested more in
Uh,
terms of like money side of things? Like would you?
I'd say it's very kind of situational. If you've got the money there
Mm-hmm.
to use, then yeah, absolutely, go for it.
Yeah.
But then if I don't know, if you're on tight budgets or I don't know, you know what being a student's like.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely go as free as possible because you don't want to put yourself under that like financial pressure if you can't afford it, basically.
Yeah. Because like that's the thing as well, and this is another thing. This is another thing that's gonna make you laugh, dude.
Yeah, there's loads of great free stuff out there.
Like like that's the thing, because like there's so many things to utilize, and it's down to finding right. Obviously, most importantly, like, what's the things to use, but like to answer or to kind of bring this discussion before we get into the final section is like because this just literally just popped up. What's your thoughts on artists having a job while working at university?
Hmm.
That was literally just the first. It's weird, right? So I've done so many podcasts. It's the first time I've thought of that question.
I'd probably say it's a good thing to be honest, because, well, it goes back to like me being like the president of the table tennis club and things like that. It was kind of like, in a way, that was like having a job
Mm-hmm.
because it took up that much of my time.
Yeah,
So I think it's good actually because you can step away from the art, escape for a bit, come back with a fresh mind, and yeah, it's not good to sit doing art 24/7. You need to go and do something else for a
yeah.
bit.
You need to go out and about.
So it goes back to, yeah, like going away hiking like for a week, like just like when I went to the Peak District and I've been to the Lake District a few times too. It's really good to just go and disconnect, go and walk up some mountains with your camera and take some pictures, go and look at nature, go somewhere with no phone signal.
Yeah. Oh, I can always talk about football. You probably
I
listen
know
to the
you. I
podcast.
know you hate phones.
Oh, phones. Why are they
Fine.
invented?
If you go and climb up a mountain and you throw your phone,
That's a good shout, man. That's a
go
good
as
shout.
far as possible.
It's like there's no need for me to go and just put the phone in the bin right now. Instead, we're gonna do it the most creative, epic way possible. We'll even film it because why not?
Yeah, but if to anyone who hasn't like gone and done any walking in the mountains or anything like that, I'd definitely recommend it. It's so relaxing and
Yeah,
just, yeah,
like
really great.
that's really cool that you brought it up because
I mean, I say relaxing. I mean, it's hard work, but at the same time, it's relaxing. It's kind of strange. It's
no, I agree.
peaceful. That's the right word. Peaceful.
Yeah,
Takes your mind off of everything,
definitely. Like
and it's good to get out and see nature and actually see what rocks look like instead of just ZBrush rocks.
yeah, that's a good reference. Good idea. No, because that was actually one of the topics I was going to bring up earlier. I was going to talk about just like when it came to the whole topic of hiking and stuff. Like what like you said there, like you nailed it there perfectly. When it comes to like observation, going outside, like I tried to say it so many times on the podcast because I can't get I can't get the importance of it, the point across enough because like it's so easy to get distracted just sitting indoors and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
Like no matter what, like whether it's a notification on ArtStation, you name it, we get so kind of sidetracked. Even if it's just like chilling with your family, like if you guys are listening right now to the podcast, maybe today instead of doing work, obviously it depends on the situation once again, but take the day off. Like just do nothing. Have a day of absolutely nothing. Just by the way, there is one thing: you're not allowed to play games. So you have to like ignore the games for the day. Ignore the social media. Like what Ryan was saying, just do something that's either with family, outside with friends or whatever. Just like I think that's what more artists need to start doing. If you know what I mean, like literally
Yeah,
just
yeah.
nothing.
I mean, I've been getting really into like board games recently as
Right,
well,
okay, that's an interesting one. Right, okay, awesome.
which is really fun because it's still the game aspect, but then obviously you get some time away from the screens
Nah,
and you get
that's
to
sweet.
spend time with family and friends. And yeah, I think they're actually becoming a lot more popular now. Like I know there's like board game cafes and things all over the place now.
Right,
Even in pubs, they'll have board games. Yeah, go
go give it a board
go
game.
and play a board game if you don't want to if you want to play a game.
Nah,
But
that's a good shout. Something different.
yeah,
So, thank you so much for everything you've said on the podcast, man. It's been a pleasure having you on.
yeah, it's
So
a pleasure being here.
now the fun part. Are you ready?
Ooh, go go
Right.
go.
So, everyone, if you guys are listening to the podcast for the first time, I call it 500 seconds, but we know it's not 500 seconds.
500
I was
minutes.
saying to Ryan at the start of the podcast, I should just probably just call it "Would You Rather." But we'll start off with so we're going to start off with some fun ones. There's some hilarious ones in as well. Or you there's some good topics. Okay. Oh,
Okay, okay, let's go.
perfect. So the first one. If you were to call a superhero for backup in a fight, who would you call and why? And you can't say the Hulk.
Damn, I was
So
gonna say that.
I was like, you ain't having the Hulk.
Hmm.
So it makes you think.
Right.
I've got like two kind of replacements you could probably do, but like we were similar. But
Probably. Hmm.
who's the guy you're like, you know what?
Wolverine. Wolverine.
Damn it, I never thought about him. Why did
He
that's a
loves
good
a good
choice.
fight.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Do you just out of personal preference? Do you have like a favorite superhero?
I'd probably say Spider-Man.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
I wouldn't say I have a particular favorite, but yeah, if I had to pick one, Spider-Man.
So why would it be Spider Man?
I just like he's always joking around and
Yeah,
he's a bit of a clown.
definitely. Like, that's what I think is really cool about like the newer versions, if you know what I mean. They're the latest ones with
The
Tom Holland.
Holland, they're really great. I wasn't too keen on the Andrew Garfield ones, but I like the Tobey Maguire ones.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So I've seen obviously. So I grew up with the Tobey Maguire ones, but I've only seen like half an hour of the Andrew. Did you say his name's Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
I've only seen I think half an hour of one of those films. I've not actually seen any of them. Is there
Yeah,
is there
they
two?
were, they
Is
were
it
okay.
is it two or three films that he's got?
Two,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah, Tom Holland is like made for that role.
Yeah, it's just like do you know what? I think it's uh, Civil War, and do you know when he's when they're fight? Is Civil War the airport fight?
Yeah.
And
That was the
he
first one he was in.
yeah, he's so good because he like there was the scene when he takes away Captain America's shield. Is it Captain America's
Yeah,
shield?
yeah.
And then he just goes, "Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to be here." He's just like just acting like he's like you just tell he's a kid. It's so awesome. He's just like, "Oh my god, what's going to happen next?"
Yeah, and I only watched the Far From Home recently, actually.
Oh, I've not seen it. Is it
Oh,
good?
it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good.
So you recommend it?
Yeah, it was good.
Perfect. Right. Another superhero one because why not? Would you rather have Thor's hammer, Iron Man's suit, or Captain America's shield?
Iron Man suit.
That's what I think. That's what I was going to go with, but
There's just two.
it's too
Yeah.
cool.
Too cool, and it's just got so many cool things it can do.
That's the only things. Well, the thing I like the most, the thing I like the most about Iron Man is actually Jarvis.
Yeah.
Like it's like the connection. Like you can literally just ask Jarvis through the
It's like
suit to do
having
anything.
Siri or Alexa on
Yeah.
steroids.
It's like you could just tell when in the like Iron Man 2 when he's doing his entrance, he was just like, right, Jarvis or Alexis, play AC/DC.
Yep.
That was just all he cared about.
Yeah, they could just make it an advert, couldn't they?
Definitely, it's so good. Oh, dude, that'd be so sick. That'd be so cool. Yeah, but for me, I would say Thor's. Like, I know I've been gassing Iron Man's suit, but the thing about Thor's hammer is like obviously you'd have the power of like Thor's hammer would be really sick.
And the lightning as well.
and the
Yeah.
lighting, like, and then is it Van Halen? His entrance song is so good, like in Thor
Oh no
Ragnarok.
no.
I think it's
Led
Van
Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. Sorry, Led Zeppelin. I was like,
Yeah, it's just like the most badass intro.
oh, definitely. Like, imagine like, oh, like that was another one of the questions I was going to ask. It's like, if you like, say if you actually, we'll just go with it. Right, if you were to walk every time into a room, what would be your entrance song? So you had to choose any song. What would it be? So like, every time you walked in, so, like say if you're going to a cafe, it's like, boom, it just turns on.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to choose something. I'm gonna be like, right, for this time we're gonna be like, what's the song? Right, is it AC/DC or is there gonna be something? Surely it's gonna be some sort of like, no pressure, man. If you don't have one, it's fine. I'll let you off.
I feel like it'd be pretty hard to top the Thor one, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's very true.
I'd probably just have to nick that.
You just go with that.
Yeah, but have you seen the there's a video on YouTube where in I think it's Endgame
Hmm.
when he's got the axe that's made with Groot's wood.
Right. By the way, what I'll do is I'll edit in spoilers, so I do apologize. But on you go.
Okay, we know the bit where he's fighting in Endgame.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a thing on YouTube where they replaced all of the audio with just that song.
Wait, really? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It's
That's awesome.
amazing.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, sweet. Because that's always the thing. Because like when I was thinking of the song, like I'm a very how can I say? I've always been like AC/DC, kind of Guns N' Roses, kind of like I can't deny it. All my music taste is literally just my dad's music taste. Like it's literally like I don't like I need to start branching out more because like I was literally just like Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses growing up as a kid.
Immigrant Song, that was it.
Immigrant. All right, okay, awesome. Right, make sure everyone who's not checked out, you've got to check out. But obviously, make sure you watch the film first. Watch the film first.
I'll have to send you the.
Oh, please. I'll attach it in the link in the description as well. It's the most important part. Everything in this podcast, this is the thing to watch.
Yeah, if there's one thing you take away from this, it's got to be that video.
You got to. Right, favorite game and why?
Ooh. I would say there's a few, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably any of the Zelda games, just because of the level of exploration and puzzle solving, just never ceases to amaze me.
Okay.
And then possibly Halo, just
Ooh,
because of
right.
the amount of times, like fun memories and times I've had on it, just messing around or with friends and playing all these custom maps and all sorts,
You're going.
all kinds of things like that.
You're going to hate me what I'm about to say then.
Oh dear.
So.
You never played it?
Well, it's not that close, but well, it is pretty close to be honest, right? So Halo, right? Like I guess I understand, right? So and this there's no excuse for me. So like I've seen, so I've played Halo like maybe twice in my whole life, and it was at my friend's. So when I was growing up, I didn't have a console until like later on. So I'd always go to my friend's house. So literally we'd have like a whole like army of us just gathering around because our friend had one of our main friends had like all the consoles and stuff. So
Oh yeah, there's always that one friend, isn't there?
yeah, he was like he just had everything, and we're like, right, screw it, we're all going to play. It was like literally like it's like when it was Spiral Day, right? We were going over to play Spiral, but it was like that was the only time I ever played Halo. So everyone's probably going to like ambush me in the comments or something. I am so sorry, folks, because I understand, and I was an Xbox person as well, so that makes it even worse. Obviously, Halo's an Xbox thing, but it's just like people are going to. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone who's tuning in. I hope you still listen to the podcast.
Actually, as well, I'd say the first Red Dead game, as in not the original one, as in just Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, yeah.
But only reason I'm saying not the second one is because I still haven't finished it.
Oh, dude,
But-
it's so good.
But the first one is probably the last game I remember completely binging start to finish
Perfect.
and being completely like entranced in the story.
Awesome. No, thank you so much for saying that because is like I understand like it's pretty cool how you give a few options as well because it's so hard to say one of you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's really hard to narrow down to just one pick.
Like it's just like damn, how could you do this to me? Right. What's so next one? What's one thing you can't live without? So like the first time I ever asked, there's actually a good way to answer. So the first time I asked, the first time I ever started the series, I actually did it with Hannah Watts. So Hannah, for this answer, she said coffee.
Hmm.
But is
I'm
there anything
kind of
else?
torn between either my computer, because then I
Hmm.
can make art,
Of course.
or a car.
Oh
Just
right, okay, interesting.
having that freedom to travel
Definitely.
and independence is, yeah, something that would be hard to let go of.
So what would you choose then? Have you had to go? Have you had to choose one out of
I
the?
guess. Ah, I guess I'd have to say I couldn't live without my PC. I guess because
Yeah.
yeah. Oh.
Just imagine your life right now if you had no PC. Like, just imagine you had to go to
Yeah,
like another
imagine-
computer to do your art.
I'm just imagining like a little pop sound and like everything at my desk just disappears.
Oh, it'd be just dreadful, just like the pain. Like I remember when I started college for the first time, uh, I only had a laptop and I had like the worst laptop in history. So all my submissions that I was doing for college, I had no idea how I survived it. I must have been like optimizing like crazy, but like my everyone was all in these like super cool like PCs, and you just see me with my like 150 pound laptop.
Yeah, I was exactly the same for like the first few months of uni. I was just like trying to use this laptop, and it was just like a standard
Yeah.
laptop that you would just surf the internet on, and I was just, oh, it was painful.
It's like not even. It's like surviving like 1 gig of RAM or whatever it was. It's like trying to rotate around a scene or whatnot, or trying to add like I don't know. And you're like, I really want to use that 3ds Max smooth modifier, but I can't.
At the same time, I don't want my laptop to catch fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's like please
But
don't
actually,
break.
I work on a laptop sometimes now because I kind of live half with my parents and half with my girlfriend's family. So
Yep.
around hers, I have my laptop. So half of my half of the time, yeah, I'm working on a laptop. I kind of just have my portable hard drive that just never leaves my bag.
Always handy.
Yeah, so I've just got all my work on there and just back and forth, plug the hard drive in, go.
That's another great point. Like I can't stress this enough. Always have your backups, please. Whatever you do, have
Oh,
your
I
hard
need to do
drives. I
another
can't stress it enough.
one. I
Like
really need to do another one.
what? Another hard drive?
Yeah, another backup.
Oh right, okay. A
A more
backup of your
recent one.
backup. Dude, the amount of times that I think I've got like 4 2 terabyte hard drives now. It's like probably to some people that's like rookie numbers. I have no idea, but like I've always like I can't stress it enough. Like obviously you can clear them and so forth, but it's one thing like you just always need to have. It's such a small thing as it may be to some people, but if you don't have a backup, you have no idea what could happen.
Yeah, it's definitely important.
So next one, this is all like the favorite kind of favorite things at the moment. Favorite childhood TV show.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure these questions just get harder and harder.
Four. Okay, it's a three-way tie again
Hmm.
between The Simpsons, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon.
Oh right, okay, awesome. Right, so why these choices?
Well, The Simpsons, it was kind of like always on every day, so whenever you'd get home, it would always be on.
Yeah, definitely,
Kind of just like, it's 6 o'clock, The Simpsons is on.
exactly. Do 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 do.
And of course, there's like so many episodes, you could just watch it forever.
And then the crazy thing is that then translates also to Yu-Gi-Oh because there's so many episodes of both of
Yeah,
that and
and with
Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and it was like you'd watch them, and it would like you'd leave the house, but it would still carry on with you because you'd have all the cards, you'd have the games,
Yeah,
you'd go to school, like trade in the cards, and then you'd play like the Pokemon games on the Game Boy, and yeah, it was just
the days.
days, the good old days.
By the way, this is going to cause more conflict in the ranks. By the way, here we go, guys. So we've had Halo. What's going to happen next? Right, here's a drum roll. Right, so massive Yu-Gi-Oh fan, okay? So I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh, absolutely loved it. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh GX, absolutely
Oh
amazing.
yeah, that one was good too.
Jade and Yuki, oh, so awesome. But right, So I played. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. So I started Pokemon at the first time at 5, right? So I got into the world of Pokemon, and then I didn't touch it at all until I got into my first year of um college. So I was 18 when I actually got any way at all interested in it. Like I did not care about Pokemon because what you said there. So when I started college, literally, so I like I said, I came from a sport background, so I was the only one in my class who played sport, and then there was 29 people surrounding me with DSs, and I was just sitting there like, well, I have nothing to talk about. That was literally my childhood. So that's another thing. I need to get more into the world of Pokemon, but I still think it's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm learning. I'm
I'm
learning.
yet to play the new one, which I'm really annoyed about.
The Shields one, Shields and is it Sword and
Yeah,
Shields?
Sword and Shield. Yeah, I'm really annoyed. I haven't played it yet, but I'll get around to it.
Is
Because
like
I used to be really into like playing like the online battles, like quite like I used to get into it
hmm
and like be a little bit competitive about it, and then I stopped. But because I know if I do it now, I'll just get so addicted.
Yeah, you get so distracted.
Yeah.
Right, so we've talked about favorite childhood shows. Next one, right? This is a bit of a this one's a difficult one. Would you rather lose a finger or always have wet socks?
Wet socks.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I can't lose a finger.
Oh,
That
dude,
sounds
I'd have to get
painful.
rid of the finger, man.
Which finger?
Pinky, it would have to be. I don't need my pinky. I'm sure I don't need it.
How are you gonna press? How are you gonna press shift with your pinky?
Screw it. I'll use another.
Get a robotic finger, pinky finger.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll go full Star Wars mode. Why not? Just get rid of the hand. Why not?
Yeah, just completely chop it off.
Because like, dude, I couldn't. When I was thinking of this question, I was like, dude, wet socks are the worst. Come on,
They are, but I wouldn't lose a finger. That's
right? Dude, I don't know. Like I like a whole life of just wet socks, just like sludging around. I'm like, nah. I just get too angry, dude. I'd just be going mental.
as much as I hate wet socks. Nah.
You're like for a finger, like screw it. I'm going wet socks every day.
Yeah.
Right, we got 3 more questions. What's the next one? Right, okay, this is an interesting one. I hope you've seen it. Obviously, I can't say much because I've already missed out on 2 of the things that you really like, so I do apologize. Have you ever seen The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Not for a very long time. So if you ask me a question, I'd probably have no idea. But go for it anyway.
It's okay. So, if you had the chance to wield to bend any of the powers, so control either water, earth, fire, or air, what would you choose?
Water.
Oh, right, okay. Why water?
I just feel like water would just trump everything else. I don't know.
You just think that'd be the thing that would just destroy everything?
Yeah, just yeah.
Because like for me, it was always Earth. I don't know. I think Earth just seemed cool.
But
Uh,
then would water just wash the earth away?
I don't really have an argument for this. I'm not, I should have thought this through. Come on, Ryan. You better be on my side here, man. This is disappointing. No, it's like because I would go with fire because I don't know. Fire is just like
Fire is cool.
like it is cool, but it's like scary at the same time. Like obviously you'd have the power to control it, but it's like when I was watching the show and I just be like, it's just too like it's almost like going to the dark side. It's just like you get the power of temptation of using
Yeah,
the dark
from,
force.
from what I remember, it seemed like the fire people were always the bad people, right?
Pardon?
Were the fire people the bad people in the show?
Yeah,
I
they
think
were the
so,
bad
yeah.
people.
From what I remember.
No, it's so good. Highly recommend everyone to watch Avatar. It's so
I'll
cool.
have to rewatch it.
And then speaking of Avatar as well, I can't wait to. It's well, I hope they don't change it again. But it's the first day of next year is when the first film of the James Cameron films come out
What for Avatar?
for Avatar. It's meant to come out in the first of January, and then it's 5 films of craziness.
Wow.
It's
Because
madness.
I know they made that film a few years ago, but apparently it was really bad.
Dude, I actually thought it was really cool. It's just the story was very interesting. But it's
I
actually
mean,
been
I haven't seen it, but
I'd recommend it, man. It's been 11 years since it came out, but it's still really good. So next one is favorite TV show,
Ooh.
or is there, or if it makes it easier, is there a TV show that you're looking forward to watching?
Okay. The show I'm looking forward to the most is Westworld.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you'd love it. It's coming out next month,
Okay.
and ah, the only way I can describe it without spoiling it is it's kind of like Red Dead mixed with like
Oh gosh, what you gonna say?
really, really high sci-fi, like Blade Runner or
Right.
Have you seen Ex Machina?
I've not seen it, but I know of it. But I know what you mean.
It's all about kind of like um.
Like
Okay,
robots.
this isn't a spoiler, but
Okay.
basically like about a theme park, which is so hyper realistic, and all of the people in it are really high end robots that are made to look like humans and animals, and basically everything
Right.
is
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
robotic, and it's so lifelike that it's like yeah, basically real, and
Okay.
it's all about um like all these people who go into the park who spend hundreds and thousands of dollars or whatever, millions to go there
Mhm.
for like their holiday or something, because it's like a theme park where you go to live as a cowboy basically.
Right. Awesome. Right. Wow.
And yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah,
Perfect.
it
Right.
all kind of
I've got something to watch now.
goes downhill.
Perfect. Right. So I'll let you know when I'll watch I'll get a few episodes in and I'll let
Yeah,
you know how it
definitely
goes.
watch it, because I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I know it's HBO, and I think they were kind of been building it up to kind of take over the gap that Game of Thrones has left
Okay.
as like the big showrunner type show. I
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
mean, I can imagine the budget for it is huge.
Yeah.
Looking at some of the work that's come out of it.
It'd be madness. I'll make sure to check out because that's always the thing. Like everyone's always that's as long as I don't get too addicted. That's the thing.
Oh no, you don't have a choice. You'll get addicted to it.
Okay, fair enough.
You've got to sit it out though, because like the first half of the first season, you'll have no idea what's going on.
Right. Oh, dude, that makes
and,
me want to watch it even more.
and then it's like one of those where
Yeah,
there's like a turning point where everything makes sense all of a sudden.
you're just like, oh boy.
Like, oh my god.
Here we go. Awesome. So everyone who's not listening, you're gonna have to watch it as well. You can't just make me watch it. I'm gonna watch it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. New series comes out in a month. Well, I think it's even less than that now. So
Oh,
yeah, definitely got to get on it, because
I've got so much catching up.
be real when it comes out.
Perfect. Right. Last question, as always. I'm pretty sure you know which question it is. So it's the animal question.
I thought that was coming.
You're like, when's this one come? So the actual reason I asked this question, right, is I'm a massive fan of Call of Duty, and one of my favorite podcasters is a content creation for video games and Twitch, etc. And
Yeah.
he asked this question on his podcast, and when I came across this podcast, I was like, damn, it made me really think. So, if you could have any animal, normally I say the size of a laptop, but just a small sized pet, but it can be any animal in animal kingdom. I can't even speak. Animal kingdom. That's it, right, Ross? Better. What would you choose and why?
I would say, like in Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, best
He's-
film choices of all time. Okay, you're a legend. Best guess on right.
You
Here
know,
we go.
he has the what's it called? Is it a bow truckle?
Yeah, yeah.
The little
Oh
guy,
boy,
little
yes.
guy that sits in his pocket.
Yes, he does all
I
the.
would,
Yeah.
I would have something like that. But I'd have
That's
it,
sick.
in Guardians of the Galaxy, when
Yeah.
there's the baby Groot and it's doing the little dance.
Yeah, he's doing the.
I would
Yeah.
have one of them, but in my pocket. So I'd
Dude.
be walking around with it dancing.
Best answer ever on I said Animal Kingdom, but we've always opened it up to other things as well. That is the best. Oh my
So
god,
I'd just be walking around with a little dancing Groot in my
that'd
pocket.
be dude. I guess what you could do, you can then put on your song. So when you're walking into
Oh.
the entrance, you've got the Thor
You'd be
Ragnarok.
dancing along as well.
Yeah, you're just rocking it in boombox and all. Just dude, I'd be sick. That's the best.
I need to
answer
do
ever. Next Halloween, that's what you're dressing up as. Thor Ragnarok boombox.
I'll get the coat, the Fantastic Beast coat as well.
That'd be sick. Dude, that's the best answer ever on this podcast. Obviously, I'm biased because Harry Potter is my life. But oh my god, that is sick. I never thought of it. Oh my god, I'm hyped, man. I
When's the next one coming out?
Pardon?
The next Fantastic Beasts. It's coming out
Oh,
soon, isn't it? Or like
this.
this year, maybe.
So this is the. It's a good thing and a bit of a obviously disappointing thing. But so the what's it called? The last one didn't get the best reception.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think it deserved like as much stick as it got.
Yeah, I was the same. Like what was your thoughts on it, just in general? Though?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, because like when it came to I think the one thing which was really nice and it kind of resonated with me with do you remember like the feeling when the fourth Harry Potter film, so the Goblet of Fire came out? It was like that kind of spooky vibe.
Yeah, quite like almost like a sense of danger, kind of.
Yeah, like it was like it was our first kind of obviously the reason why I said that because obviously we were teens at the time, depending on how old you were, etc. But that film kind of connected to that kind of vibe with me because it's a wee bit darker and
Oh, you mean like the bit at the end with the graveyard?
well, exactly. Like there's like so many things. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anyone, but if you guys haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you to check out. But it's just like in the film.
Oh no, sorry, I meant in the fourth Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
bit.
same as me. Oh, same as me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm just tying them both together, but it's like I think that it's just that that vibe that I think made it really cool because when I was watching the fourth film for the first time in cinema, I was like, it was a whole different experience. Like everything was kicking off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening.
Like I won't say any spoilers, but dude, the ending was so sick in Fantastic Beasts 2.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the ending.
Do you understand it? Do you know?
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, it's so cool. There's a
That's
whole.
why I was wondering when the next one is coming.
Oh man, it's going to be so epic. So
2021, it says. I've just looked it up.
yeah, well that's the thing. So they might be delaying it even further. I just realized I didn't even answer your question. sorry about that. You had to answer your own. See, I've done podcasts that much. The guy asked me a question, I just blanked him. I was like, yeah, screw it. Sorry, man.
It's too easy to get sidetracked.
Yeah, dude. Anytime someone mentions Harry Potter, I just go geek mode. Like yesterday, it's crazy how you bring it up. Yesterday, I went to the Harry Potter shop, and I was just
Where's
like
that?
in awe. So I live in a city called Edinburgh, so the capital of Scotland.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know it's quite big up there for Harry Potter stuff, right?
Oh, there's so much. There's like 3 or 4 Harry Potter shops here.
Have you done the studio tour?
So I've not, and I'm so jealous that I've not. Have you?
I have.
Oh, dude, the pain, but I respect it as well. However, well, on you go.
I was gonna say, when I went, it was like you get some people that go there and they look through all the sets and all the other stuff that's in there, and they get through it all in like I don't know 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy considering how much stuff there is to look at and do. Yeah, I spent like the whole day there. They probably had to kick us out at the end.
You're not timed though, because I've heard something about a time limit or like, is that correct? Please say that's not correct. Like in terms of like your rotation.
I went. It was a couple of years ago I went, but
yeah.
I don't think they're going to make any great effort to kick you out, to be fair.
Perfect. As long as I get to stay there for the whole day or maybe a whole
Oh,
day.
yeah. Just hide somewhere.
Yeah, I'll just hide behind the castle that I know is an awesome castle.
Yeah, they've got the big model of it.
Oh, this is awesome. One of my friends actually proposed to his wife in front of that castle.
Really? Wow.
It was like, because they're both massive Harry Potter fans. And I was like, that's a badass play right there. Like,
yeah,
so
I can't wait till you eventually go and yeah, you'll be.
Yeah, screw it. I'll propose for my wife there. Why not?
Yeah, once you've gone there, you're going to be like completely geeking out.
I'll be sorted. Oh, I'll probably never leave. So, dude, that was the best answer ever on that series. Like the fact that I've never even thought of that like. I don't know what house you're in, but 10 billion points to Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, whatever house you're in.
The test to find out which house.
Wait, you've not done the test yet?
No, I still haven't done it because it takes quite a while, doesn't it?
That's excuses. That's unacceptable.
How long does it take?
Like the new one probably takes about, no joke, you're probably talking about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Some reason I thought it was like half an hour.
That was the original one. So the original one was on Pottermore, and it was
Yeah,
super
that's the one
cool.
I was thinking of.
But they've done like a really like I don't think it's the right play, but they've like changed it all up and they've kind of made it more simple. So it's less kind of full on like non-stop Harry Potter. It's more just kind of swipe left, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it still works. No, but dude, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I just
Thanks
realized,
for
and I
having
do
me.
apologize, but we've been talking, my friend, for nearly 2 hours.
Jeez.
It's the longest podcast I've ever done. It's going to be are you? I'm going to have to split it into two
Go for it.
because I did not
I
expect
didn't,
this to be talking
you
that
know,
long.
I didn't even realize the time. I just looked at the bottom corner of my screen.
12
And I was
o'clock,
like,
mate.
is that right?
Oh my god! But thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, my friend.
And you too.
As always, folks, most importantly, make sure to give the dude a follow. Check out his Twitter, his ArtStation, you name it. Make sure to check it out and keep in touch with his blog process on his Cyberpunk Challenge. And if you guys are tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and as always, folks, we will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.